Hello and welcome to episode 55 of What If Civilization Started Over. Let's get into it. Lots of stuff happened in the last episode. Today we are going to be continuing with stuff. Yeah, just stuff. First we need to get our daily Organization of Nations and countries that just got added to a list. So, the blue team is going to be joining the Organization of Nations. And also, Japan is going to be convinced to join as well. Those are two. And also, this country will be joining. This country will be joining. The Hong Kong country is going to refuse to join. And also, some more South American countries will be joining. Like this one, this one, this one, this other one, and this other one. And also in North America, this blue one and this green one. Yeah, that's something. And that makes the Organization of Nations have expanded a lot. But now, without the Organization of Nations later on, it's time to look at some alliances that are gaining new members. Specifically, communist countries are going to be joining the 4-point star alliance. Specifically, the Alaskan country, the Washingtonian country here, and the Mexican red country here. Yeah, all of those countries will be joining the White Triangle Alliance. Yeah, so communism has made its way to South America, and that's not so, good for them. Now it's time to get into more Cold War stuff, because we haven't talked much about the Cold War and the nuclear bombs. We're going to need alliances on for this. I think I should put the nuclear bomb layer above the alliances. And the red team has developed even more nuclear bombs. They are rapidly advancing their nuclear technologies, and with this, they have 15 nuclear bombs. If we go over to the Chinese, they've also been expanding rapidly, and now they have 4 nuclear bombs. And a big event for Russia finally gets the nuclear program developed, and now they have 2 nuclear bombs. Those are 3 major powers that have them, but there's also one other major power. Okay. A fascist country has a nuclear bomb. So currently there's 22 nuclear bombs in the world, and not looking very good for the world, because you saw what happened to the Iberian capital, and the French capital, and the Roman capital, the Bulgarian capital, and the Israeli capital, and the Iranian capital. All those capitals. You saw what happened to them. You don't want that to happen to you. Yeah, that's pretty scary, I would say. Oh, also Ireland. And some countries' alliances are going to be expanding. Like some other ones that are going to expand. The Triangle Alliance is going to start an expansion, and this country here will join the Triangle Alliance. And many countries, especially the countries in the Organization of Nations, will be supporting this. Yeah, the Triangle Alliance is also going to gain members in Arabia. They're going to gain this country, even though it's not in the Organization of Nations. And also these 2 countries here. Oh, and also Cyprus, that does belong to Israel. Also some more African countries, like this Japanese country and this new monarchist country. As if we look at the ideology layer, if I can get rid of these layers because there's so many of them, you can see the purple there. Yeah. Also, it's time to do the daily ideology check. What countries' ideologies will be changing? Let's see that. So, we're going to be starting with the monarchist countries. What countries will be switching to monarchy? So these countries over here will be switching to monarchy, and so will this one. No, not the entire world. Also, these two will also switch, and so will these two. Yeah. And also in Africa, many of these countries that were once part of the Bulgarian colony are going to become monarchist. And also this country. So the yellow country stays for democracy. And also, this country is going to become monarchist. And also these other countries, as some other countries are going to be going back to monarchist. Like Bulgaria. No, Bulgaria, Rome, and not Iberia. Yeah. Also, that country, and the 3 British Isles countries. So monarchism is still pretty popular in Europe, but the Southern Irish country will become democratic. Oh, I forgot to add the ideology to the Germanic country. How did I forget that? But let's just say they are going to switch their government to a full-on democracy. Let's just say that. But now, with the separation of the red team from the Square Alliance, and also the Great Depression, Second Great Depression has ended, and the Square Economical Alliance is going to kick the red team out of it. And the red team sees this as betrayal, and they're looking for more allies in Europe. And some countries are going to say yes to an alliance, like the Germanic country. They gave them their freedom. Makes sense. And also the Austrian country and the yellow country will all join the Right Triangle Alliance. No, Triangle Alliance. Yeah. So far not a single war has happened in this episode. Well, let's change that today. Because today we're going to be focusing in on North America when it comes to wars. Get rid of this alliance. Get rid of this. We'll be having the alliance later on. If I can find the layer, you'll be Organization Nations will be present later. But it's time to go to the Americas, because actually we do need this alliance layer, because okay, that's something. Okay, there's 3 major American powers, and now the all of the major powers other than the fascist powers are in North America. Seems like there might be something going on here. And if we go to the ideology layer, some countries will be switching to fascism. Like, this country is going to switch to fascism, and so will this country, and this country, and this country. And immediately after that, okay, that's something. And also okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on. Fascism and all of the powers have made it to North America. Yeah, that's something. Now it's time to go down here. Because the first actual war in this episode is going to be taking place in the southern part of Africa. Do you know why? These countries in South America that are democratic and are also in the Organization of Nations dislike the fascist and communist countries in southern Africa, so they are going to declare war on them. And if we can just see, the Organization of Nations is kind of split. It's kind of divided between Russia and the Red Team, mostly leaning towards the Red Team. But the communists are giving help to the communist rebellion, and the fascists are giving help to the fascist rebellions. So quickly, this invasion, which is sort of a proxy war, will go pretty well, as the capital of the gold country is actually taken very quickly, surprisingly. And there go, the Tanzanian country is doing really well. And also the green country will be pushing into the gold country as well. And the world knows that throughout history, golden countries haven't been too nice. So, they're going to be invading from all sides. and the gold country is pushed back to this. Then Madagascar will make a landing in the communist country, and South Africa will start their invasion and take the capital of the other Southern African country. And then the reinforcements arrive, and these areas are able to push back greatly as the capital of this South African country thing is taken. And then the pink country is going to start invading all of its neighbors. And this is getting immense help from the fascists. And with all this, the communists will be able to push back greatly over here, and the gold country will be able to regain a bunch of land. They won't be able, this pink team thing will distract these three countries, but it won't distract Tanzania and the rest of the Horn of Africa. Or Madagascar, because Madagascar has taken the capital of the communist country here, and then it's taken back. So currently, it's kind of all of these countries are in a tough situation right now. And this is not going well for South Africa, because South Africa capitulates to democratic South Africa. And eventually, the pink country will not be doing that, but will be capturing the capital of this red country, and they will be capitulating over to all the fronts. This is not good for all of these countries, but they still won't be able to hold back. The gold country will still not be able to hold back the Tanzanian rebellion. The Tanzanians. So the fascists and communists are working together, sort of, to take out these guys. But then, there's fascists invading into communist territory. You sure you should do that, Ward? So now that's going to be a whole nother front, and that is going to cause the red country with the remains to be able to push back greatly down here. And then the Angolan country, the tan country, will be able to push back greatly in the pink country as well. And also, if I can get the color, the South African country will be making a re-emergence on the map and take over the fascist South African government and all its territory. Yeah, that's great, as they will push in to take this capital, and eventually this thing is going to be forced into surrender. And currently, this war is not going good, as the Tanzanian rebellion will be able to take the gold country, and eventually this thing will be forced to surrender. And eventually, all of these fronts will be forced to surrender. Let's look at a peace treaty. And this is the peace treaty. So the white country here will be getting wrong layer, this land from the pink country, and yeah, that goes pretty simply. South Africa will be that area will be divided. South Africa will be united and also take this area. The red country will become big and take all this. The green country will get all this, and the Tanzanian country will get all this. So basically, all these areas have gotten divided, and the particular countries that aren't happy are the fascist and communist countries. And now they're trying to send troops down to here to attempt and, stop this. But some of these countries are going to be joining alliances in order to have, protection against, any foreign invasions. But the thing is, they're separate. So some countries are going to join other alliances. And some are going to join the Triangle Alliance, others the Square, and others the Diamonds. Let's see. So South Africa joins the Triangle, and so does this Namibian country and Madagascar. This. The ones that join the Square are going to be this country, and this country. And the ones that don't join the Diamonds are going to be this and this. So now this area is sort of, divided. And now the world is sort of not happy at the Organization of Nations. It's kind of a little bit unstable. But still, yeah. now it's time to talk about Australia. The world, specifically the Organization of Nations, is going to be pushing to, have the colonies of Australia released. But Papua New Guinea is not going to allow this. But they will allow it in a couple years. Yeah, that's just what to talk about. But some countries will be switching to fascism and communism. These two here will be switching to communist, and also this one. And this one here these two will be switching to fascist. Oops, wrong color. This one and this one. There. And now these countries are going to be joining their respective alliances. So the fascist ones will be joining the right triangles. Oh, also this country joined the right triangles. And the communist ones will be joining the 4-point stars, which are these three countries here, and also this country here. Yeah. The world is seeing this and is getting worried that another major conflict might happen, especially with this whole nuclear bomb thing. The world is developing nuclear bombs everywhere, and the Organization of Nations generally is trusted. Oh yeah, did those. And then the Louisiana country is going to do an invasion of the purple country. There's a little bit of war dust stuff left up behind. I have a separate layer on my program to put all the stuff for the wars. That's why it kind of looks weird. So it's time for the invasion of the pink country. And the pink country isn't really aligned to, I don't think, any country in any way. So they have a pretty easy time in invading the country. Make sure we're on the right layer. And they will be pushing in and take the capital pretty quickly. And we'll be able to finish this. And in the peace treaty, they're fully annexed. Great. Another monarchist country is off the map and just another country. And Louisiana is getting some backlash, and specifically China, for allowing this. And China says they don't have anything to do with it since it's their continent. But this Diamond Alliance thing isn't working very well in America. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed part 5 of Double Upload Week. Part 3. I hope you enjoyed part 3, upload 3 of Double Upload Week. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you next episode, and bye!